Jai Hind students, welcome to the science class. I hope all of you are healthy at your home. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic whose application you are seeing in your day-to-day life. In conduction, we done heating takes place in solid. Let us say this is the solid, and if we are heating that solid, it means it will be heated by conduction. And if we are having a liquid, let us say this is a liquid, and if we are having a gas, and heating takes place in liquid and gas with convection. The heating takes place in liquid and gas through convection only, whereas for solid heating it takes place because of the conduction. Because in conduction, what happened? The heating takes place without the actual motion of the particles of the medium, but in convection heating takes place with the actual motion of particles of the medium. Now you can imagine a mode of transfer of heat which may not need any medium. So that mode of transfer of heat is the radiation. So before explaining the radiation, let me give you some examples of that so that you people can understand this concept. So let me first write the name of the topic that we are going to discuss, that is the radiation. You might have seen that the Arabian people who live in desert, they wear white clothes. If you look into the water bottle, in which water can remain cold for a longer time, if you look into that bottle it appears to be shining. Why? It can be explained on the basis of radiation. So what the radiation is? Till now we have done conduction without the actual motion of particles of medium. It requires a medium, but its particle, they do not move from one point to other. And in conduction and in convection, what we have done? We have done that it takes place with the actual motion of particles of medium. So definitely it also requires medium. In one case, particles of the medium, they do not move from one point to other point. In the second case, particles of the medium, they move from one point to the other point. Can you think what the third situation may be? In the third situation, we don't require any medium, right? So what is the radiation? It is mode of transfer of heat which does not require any medium. So that mode of transfer of heat is the radiation. Now, for example, what you have heard that, for example, this sunlight, it reaches earth, but there is no medium between earth and sun. So what does it mean? It means that sunlight, it reaches earth, due to the radiation. By the method of the radiation, it reaches the earth. Now, there are a few points that you have to keep in your mind about the radiation. First point is heat travels in the form of radiations. Heat travel in the form of radiations. Second point is in radiation, heat travels with same speed as that of light. And what is the speed of light? At that of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second is the speed of the light. Third point, black color absorbs almost all heat radiations falling on it. And fourth point is white color is good reflector of heat radiations. White color, it reflects heat radiations. It is a good reflect almost all heat radiations. And this black color, it is a good absorber of heat radiations falling on it. So these are the points that you have to keep in your mind. Now let us do some applications of the radiation, and we will also do an activity which will clear cut shows the radiation activity. Let us do the activity for radiation. What is required for the activity? Candle and laboratory thermometer. What you do? First of all, light up a candle. Let us say here we are having a candle, and let's say light up a candle. Now take a laboratory thermometer and note down its reading. Let us say its reading was 27 degrees Celsius. Now bring the thermometer closer to this. Let us say this is the thermometer, and if this thermometer is brought closer to this candle, let me draw this flame of candle. This is the candle, and let us say bring the thermometer. This is the capillary tube of the thermometer, right? And here this is the say bulb of the say thermometer, right? Don't bring this thermometer in contact with the flame. What will happen? The bulb of thermometer, it can break. What you do? Keep this thermometer away from this flame. Now after 2 minutes, you record the temperature of the thermometer. You will find that the thermometer reading, it may show the temperature of 30 degree 1 Celsius. It could be 32 degrees Celsius. That is, there is increase in the reading of the thermometer. Why there is increase in the reading of the thermometer? It is because the heat, it travels from this candle to this thermometer. Remember, the heat is transferred from this candle to this thermometer by radiation. It is not by conduction, because conduction requires physical contact whereas there is no physical contact between this candle light and this thermometer. Now let us do the applications of radiation in our day-to-day life. Let me tell you the application, very simple application. You might have seen that cooking utensils, they are blackened from the bottom. What I want to say, cooking utensils are blackened from bottom. Why they are blackened from bottom? It is because black color is a good absorber of the heat. So when we heat up, when we want to cook the food, the flame, it can easily heat up the bottom, and that heat it passes through the food material to be cooked in that. Second point is, we wear light colored clothes in summer. Why? Because they are reflectors of heat. In fact, they are good reflectors of heat. Third is, we wear dark colored clothes in winter. Why in winter we wear the dark colored clothes? Because they are good absorbers of heat. They absorb heat. They are the good absorbers of heat. And one more application you can add, sunlight. That I told you in the beginning, sunlight reaches us due to radiation. Sunlight, it reaches the earth because of the radiation. And fifth point is that, and the fifth point, you might have seen Arabic people. Arabic people wear white clothes. Why they wear white clothes? Because white clothes are good reflectors of the heat radiations. So these are the points that you have to keep in your mind. Now after this, we are going to do a very good example of radiation that is in your syllabus also, that is the thermos flask. So let me discuss that thermos flask. So thermos flask, let's discuss thermos flask and the vacuum flask. This thermos flask and vacuum flask diagram, it is as shown on the board. It consists of two shining surfaces. These two are the two shining surfaces. When you look into the bottle, what you find? You find a shining surfaces. So let us say what these are the say shining surfaces. These are the shining surfaces. Inner surface is shining. This surface is the say shining. Why shining? Because we know that shining and polished object, they reflect the heat radiation. If you put the coffee or hot tea in it, then whatever the heat, it will be, whatever the heat radiation will fall on these surfaces, what will happen? They will be reflected back to the tea or coffee which is kept inside the container. And second point is that between these two walls a vacuum is created. Why vacuum is created? It is because vacuum, it prevents loss of heat due to convection. It will not allow loss of heat due to convection. And after these two double bolt, what we are having? We are having insulator material. You might have seen some cork or plastic like it is placed between these double bolt and this. Why it is placed? It is placed so that there is no loss of heat due to conduction. So that's why it is covered with bad conductor. Insulators are the material which does not allow the flow of heat easily. So in this way we made the say vacuum flask or the thermos flask. So these are the shining surfaces and this is the vacuum which is created between the double wall. And what this is the say, here we are having insulator material. It will prevent the, what is the function of insulator material? It prevents loss of heat due to conduction. It prevents heat loss due to conduction. And right, it prevents the heat loss due to conduction. And this is the cap, and this cap, it is also made up of some insulator, let us say plastic, so that again it does not allow the heat to flow out, because plastic is an insulator, it does not conduct heat easily. So this is how the vacuum flask it works. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.